Hey, I'm Brian, and I'm filling in for the 2K MC. Let's run down the upcoming neighborhood events.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Lakers coming through the tunnel with swagger. This looks like a team that's all set to go to work here at home. There it is, the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where we're getting set to bring you all of today's action. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks. Well, among the league's deadlier weapons now is the step-back jumper. Steph Curry said, "You're always in control of the situation with that move. It is pretty effective." Portland's Damian Lillard said, "It's a tough off-balance shot, so it takes a lot of work." But people around the league are putting in that work to become even more effective. Guys?
Thanks, David. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. So here's Miami's starting group. Adebayo is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Robinson in at the 2 spot. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. Now here's Drummond. Back to Davis. Outside for Caldwell-Pope. Clock at 4. Cuts at 5 from 18. Schroeder outside. Back to Drummond. This is to Schroeder. Down low. Here's Davis. A second chance effort. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now Robinson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Yeah, I'm curious to see which team is able to dictate the pace tonight as well as the style of play.
Here's Schroeder. Good, and the assist goes to James.
I mean, the passing genius of LeBron coming to the surface. I mean, a look that only a few players in the league can make.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And taken with the 30th pick back in 2011, Jimmy Butler went from 15th man in Chicago, riding the end of the bench, to franchise player in the course of 4 seasons.
Now here's Drummond, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
Okay, I see Drummond's offensive game starting to evolve a little bit. He's learning how to trick the D with a nice pump fake.
Shooting 2. And that one misses. And Greg, it seemed in Chicago and Minnesota maybe Jimmy Butler wore out his welcome. Philadelphia, they had him and they had to juggle multiple stars. But man, Miami, the Heat handed him the keys and he has taken off.
And Kevin, he's shown himself worthy, lifting them to a top seed in the East, and himself into the MVP conversation.
He doesn't get the second one.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick, a shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
Got a piece of it. And Drummond kicks it over to Schroeder. RYZEN with it. Picked up by Davis. And here's the fast break. Oladipo. Oh, look at him fly!
Get out the way!
Wow, Butler letting it all hang out. This is why he's an all-star caliber player.
Pass to Drummond. Jumps up. And then Oladipo with the jam.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
And as impressive as the numbers were for Jimmy Butler in the bubble, they don't begin to tell the whole story. He was hitting clutch shots for the Heat during that run in the postseason.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. You know, Greg, going back to Jimmy Butler, it felt like each series he had a few big shots.
I mean, everything you want from your leader. The big shots, motivating others, setting an example with his play. Butler played as well as any leader in the postseason.
Lakers trail by 10. Looking to end the run. And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by Davis.
Well, with as much defensive attention as AD gets, the passing lanes will be open for him, and those are the passes he needs to make.
Now here's Butler. He has 5. A wide open look here for Oladipo. No good from outside.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Schroeder. Nice D from Oladipo.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that you try to pack in the lane. I mean, but then that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
Outside for Caldwell Pope. Trying to get open is Davis. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Adebayo finds Oladipo. Outside Butler. Launches it. Rebounded by the Lakers. James looking around. Over Robinson. And that one's good by LeBron.
James, such a terrific interior score. Simple, under control, and on the money.
Oladipo with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And as he's aged in the league, Anthony Davis's offense has changed. It's now much more of a face-up player.
Well, and that's where his game's been headed. His shot has improved, and he can step out to the 3, facing up and letting him use his burst. Lets him maximize what he can do.
Platoon swap here for the Lakers. And a new group in for the Heat. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Adebayo. Iguodala comes in for Trevor Ariza. Tyler Hero, he's checked in for Robinson. And it's Dragic in for Victor Oladipo. Now here's Dragic. Passes it to Hero. To the inside. Here's Dedmon, and they convert it last on attempt number 3.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Hero. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Kuzma. Good on the 13-footer.
He's one of the top guys when it comes to those catch-and-shoot jumpers. Kuzma, he loves getting those shots off in a split second.
Inside, here's Iguodala. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Lakers trail by 10. Outside Matthews. To the middle. Here's Harrell. Miami grabs the miss.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
Here's Hero. Pass to Iguodala. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
Now, here's Kuzma. It's hauled in by Hero. Top of the key, Butler. He shoots again, and the rejection by Harrell. And that one's good, Caruso. Now here's Butler. He has 5. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Heat out front. They're up by 10. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And if you're like me and curious about Victor Oladipo's overall philosophy, listen to this.
I think the biggest thing is just the relentlessness. No matter what's going on, no matter how hard you want to do well, or if you mess up, just keep going. Just keep playing hard, just give it your all. You can live with the results after that because you know you gave it 110%.
And you know, Greg, I haven't ever heard anyone question his effort.
He came into the league as a raw athlete. Now he's a skilled assassin.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what stands out to you guys from the Heat in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Miami, Iguodala out there with Hero. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Dragic in at the 1. Shot clock at 3. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players who